Well, hello everyone, and let's get into a new lesson here that I want to share with you. It's called "You Are the Keeper of Your Life," Gatekeeper, if you will. And by the way, I picked up this information from Robert Smith, who made a presentation, and I thought it was so interesting. I want to make a little video clip about it because the post from Robert Smith, and she said something that I thought was very intriguing and something I didn't grow up with really, but she said she grew up spiritually in a word of faith teaching. They said things like, well, we don't deny its existence, we just deny what? We deny its right and ability to dominate us. I didn't grow up in that type of camp, so I didn't really grow up like that personally. But actually, I do deny its existence. That's what she said, because Jesus completely destroyed, and he did, sin and death. Now, what does that mean, sin and death? It includes sickness, disease, lack, or whatever it is that you're dealing with. So, what she says here, so I choose to give it no thought. Give it no thought. To deny its very existence. Well, you can deny it because something that's destroyed, it no longer exists. So if you destroy something, it no longer exists. So she's saying, therefore, it shouldn't even exist in my thinking. Let's look at Hebrews 10:2 in the New King James Version. It says, the worshippers, once purged, should have had no more, what is it? Conscious of sin. That's right there. So we should have no more conscious of sins as well, because we've been purged, have we not? Conscious has its synonyms such as awareness, care, recognition. So these are some things like a knowledge, a concern, a heed, or mindfulness. These are some of the synonyms. So to recognize or to regard. So she's saying here, I am to have no more of that about sin. But so people are so confused about sin. So let me make a clarification here. Sin is simply a misplaced identity. In fact, I believe it to be our divinity is our identity. Our divinity is our identity. So she has said here, if I'm to have no more consciousness of sin, then what also not to concern myself with what came as a result of that sin, that missed identity, as many people have grasped. And what does that mean? There's things like sickness, disease, lack, poverty, death, or whatever you're experiencing that's negative in your life. So her response to those things is simply this, and it should be yours and mine. Just say no. Just say no. It's not even allowed to access my thought life. Just say no. You have the power as a spirit being, clothed with humanity. What we choose to think about is vital. It's a pivotal factor in walking in wholeness in every area of life. That's the pivotal thing we're talking about here. I'm getting to my favorite, Proverbs 23:7 tells this, as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. That's one of my go to scriptures. So your experience in life is connected, your experiences in life, they're connected to what and how we think. What are you thinking? It's called, some people say that's some stinking thinking. So the word is Shar in Hebrew, to think. Shar in Hebrew. The meaning is to reason, calculate, estimate. It also means gatekeeper. And that's where she got the thing that we are the gatekeeper of our life. We are gatekeepers of our lives. You and I are. And we are gatekeepers by what? We allow into our hearts. What are we saying? What we choose to reason or think about. What are we thinking? Is it stinking thinking? Or are we thinking about things that are positive? I've said for many years, positives reaps positives and negatives reaps negatives. It's just a simple principle. So it will work itself out into our experiences. Is that true? Well, because what we think about, this is it, what we think about will eventually come out of our mouth. That's the reason why my new series is absolutely free at www.teachtruth.net. It's so vital. It is so vital because our language can change our life. Our language can change our life. Matthew 12:34 tells us that out of the abundance of the heart the mouth speaks. Out of the abundance of the heart the mouth speaks. Our words are an overflow of our hearts. When people call me for a coaching, counseling, mentoring session, and they say, Doc, I need an appointment, I have an issue. I know it's a heart issue because everything starts at a heart level. You've heard the saying, let's get down to the heart of the matter. Let's get down to the heart of the matter. Let's get down to the heart of the matter today as you listen to this teaching. Our words are an overflow of our hearts. Proverbs 18:21 tells us that what? Death and life is in the power of the tongue. Death and life is in the power of the tongue. We've heard that before. Our words are powerful. Our words are powerful. Perhaps you could use a free Zoom evaluation with me to evaluate, well, where are you in your life? Where are you trying to go? And how are you trying to get there? It's free. Just simply email me at drcecil@truth.net. And what I'll be able to do is set up a free Zoom evaluation, no charge, and we can find out if I can give you a few little tips, techniques that can help you get to where you want to go. It's as simple. I don't guarantee anything will happen for you, but what if it did? No charge, and I'd love to help you any way that I can. In everything that I do, is real simply this: be blessed today because you already are. Bye bye now.